Hello everybody, so this is physics help for that vector test. So the first question that I got, I guess it's number 20, right? And it has the dog that's going to go catch the frisbee, and he goes there, and I know it's not perfect, but the picture on the test is not perfect either. So I'm just going to label this vector as 1, this 2, 3, and 4. So the first thing that I always say is, well, it's all about organization. So I'm going to make an X and a Y chart, and I definitely would have done this, but COVID-19, I just didn't have the time to do this, I guess. So this is the idea that we're going to get a brand new X and a brand new Y, and each X is going to be a combination of all these X's over here. I don't know if you can see that on the board. Yeah, okay. So first thing I want to say is, you can go this way, or you could go this way down here too. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same answers. You know what I'm saying? So if I draw it like this way and this way, it doesn't mean that you couldn't have drawn it this way and that way. You get the same exact answers because it's still the same X, Y values. So just going to clean this up a little bit. So this is like my first try to help. And so you do your SOHCAHTOA stuff. You're good with that, right? So this will be your number 1x, and I'll just put 1 instead of a number so I know it is x number 1. And I'll get a number there. Maybe I should make up a number, I don't know, but I'm just going to put, hey, this is the first x. And this is the important part. This is the part that kids are not doing. So you could either put an arrow there indicating the direction that the x is in, or you could put, hey, this is a positive x, because I know it's going in the positive x direction. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? I'll pause it. And then so, this vector also has a y too. So maybe I should change the colors for the components. Oops. So I got that one x, and then this one y also is over here. So I'll put one y because I'm not going to put the number. There isn't one. So number y, and I got to make sure I know that, hey, that one's down. So I'm leaving as much information as possible, so I know what these numbers mean, because a number without a direction isn't going to give me the right answer in this case. Okay, so number 2, then you're going to have, a shorter x. So 2x is going to be also, though, in the positive direction. You see what I'm saying? And then we got the y that is still, so 2y is down, or we could call it, negative y. It doesn't matter. It's really, you're trying to keep track of what the numbers are for yourself. I use arrows, or I use negative, positive, or negative, positive y and x. Oh, this is where it's different though. So see this one now? So this one goes that way in the x direction. So the third x that you have here is going to be a number that's opposite in direction of these, right? Of these first two. So it means whatever this number is, you're going to have to subtract it from these other two numbers. Okay, and I'll explain that more. This is still like a down y though, so 3y is down. There's a negative y. And then look, oh, 4 is different because it's got the x in the negative direction, and it's got the y in the positive direction, which is different from all the others. Okay, so at this point, you're probably understanding the theory, or not, and I'll show you real quickly with this magic pen. So whatever number this would be a positive number. So I'm gonna just like give these numbers now, because I'm getting the sense that it's not really clicking necessarily. But we can erase all this stuff now, because we're done with that, and we're not doing geometry with that picture. It's all about these completely horizontal and completely vertical numbers. So let's say I'm going to give these numbers, like 1x, I'll say was actually 20. Okay? It was actually 20. So I did SOHCAHTOA, I got 20 in that direction. And 2x was actually 15 in that direction. The third x was 7 in that direction. And then the fourth x was 5 in that direction. Okay, so this is going a little bit beyond the theory because now I actually have numbers for these pieces. So what do I do with that now? Because I got to add these together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, look, well, I know 20. Okay, so I'm going to show more than I need to, but I know I got a 20. So that's 20. I got a 15. So right there would be equal to a vector that's 35 in that direction. Do you get it? So I'm just going to cancel these out, saying, hey, I know I'm done with these. Oh, look, now we got a 7 and a 5 in the opposite direction. So that means that I'm just going to put 12 here. I have to take away 12. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm left with my whole entire x is 23 in that positive direction. Does that make sense? Okay. So now we're done with all this x stuff. We don't have to worry about it at all. It's really cool though, huh? Okay. So now I'm going to give numbers to the y though too, because I don't want it to just be all theory. Although these are made up numbers, but anyway, so we'll just say number 1, I'm trying to remember, that was a pretty big one, right? I think that was like 10. 2y was a little bit less if I remember the picture right. Oh, I gotta, keep in mind that these are both going down. 3y was a little less, and 4y was even less. But that was in the opposite direction. Okay, so now what we do, same thing as we did over here. So we got 10, 8, 16. So those together would be 24 down. Do you agree? Unless I did the math wrong. 10, 8, 24. Oh, but look, this is in the opposite direction. So, I have to take away from that overall vector. So in the end, then, I get my y vector of 21. Okay, so now we have our brand new triangle. We have the x and the y components, but the actual answer then is going to be the resultant of these two. I don't know why that wasn't red, but so 23, the positive x, and I'll just redraw this. So I got 23 for x, I've got 21 for y, and then this is the actual answer. So then you just do a squared plus b squared, take the square root of that, and you get your resultants. And then you should find the angle too. Okay, does that cover the hard parts of number 20, do you think?